bot set up that I usually share links with. I usually just have them programmed in there and the bot does it. But many years ago, there was a man named Von Helton. He had a hard time making friends, folks, and he was jumping from forum to forum since America Online days to the Delphi forums to the martial arts forums, from Stickam, and then I met him. I'd kind of forgotten about him. He'd thrown me out of rooms many times. Well, I should say a couple times, because I only really interact. I remember Von Helton, when I first met the guy, he had fucking teeth, folks. I just want to put that in perspective. Von Helton still had fucking teeth when I met this motherfucker. And anyways, we got in some all. I commented on one of his videos. Long story short, I intended to make like 2 or 3 videos about the guy and move on. Well, here we are, many moons later. I made some YouTube videos poking fun at him. And then I got this crazy idea that I would open a blog TV channel. And it would become kind of a safe space, if I could use that term, for what Von deemed the trolls, haters, and the naysayers. And there was a place they could come and watch the stream, but speak freely. Because it wasn't just about trolling Von Helton. There were some funny trolls already doing their thing. Don't get me wrong. There's some nasty ones too. But it was for anybody that challenged anything that Von Helton said that would get kicked. They could come and speak freely and watch the live streams. Fast forward, YouTube merges with Google Plus. The Google Plus people kind of merged over to YouTube, and a lot of us YouTube people started merging over to Google Plus. I believe it was Kenny and Dr. D that put together the first THN Google Plus page. It was originally intended for a handful of us OGs to use as an archive. We could share videos and pictures and we could go to it. But it was decided to open it up to the public. And let's be honest, the vast amount of people, not all, but the vast amount of people that filter into this little, what's become a community, come through my channel. A lot of them are my subscribers, especially nowadays, right? So, being kind of the figurehead of the community, inevitably, I just took over the Google Plus page. Of course, we migrated to MeWe, and eventually Discord. And over the years, inevitably, when you run these types of things, I mean, there's ebbs and flows of people. People come, people go. But for the most part, I think we have a pretty good group of people. I mean, we call each other trolls and naysayers or whatever with our tongue in our cheek, because that's what Von Helton labeled us, right? For the vast majority of people are in at least a spectrum we could call normal. I mean, we got some, a little out there too. But for the vast majority, they've been pretty decent people to get along. Now, have we had some bad people we've had to weed out? Have we had some drama? Yes. And there's always going to be personality clashes. Some people just don't like other people. And I get that. It's going to happen. And anybody that's been around any of these communities for a while know that my approach to moderation is relatively hands-off. Even to some people's criticisms, maybe it's a little too much hands-off at a time. But I don't police the shit. There's a reason that I've made the rule in the past: no politics, no religion. Look, I like debating politics and religion. But there's other servers for that. Like when I want it, there's literally a server called Politics on Discord. There's literally a politics and religion server on Discord. You can go there and fight about that stuff all day long, right? But the reason I don't is because it's always going to cause conflict. Like, nobody can just let it go. It's going to escalate and escalate and escalate until there's butthurt, and then I'm getting messages from both sides of the conflict, which is fine. And look, when I'm talking about this, I don't want anybody to feel that they can't come to me. You can go to other mods, too. I do have mods in there, right? That's not the thing. I don't want anybody to ever feel like that, right? But I'm going to be 100% honest. And again, anybody that's watched me for a while, and maybe this is to my detriment, because maybe I come off as boring, but I don't participate personally in internet fucking drama. You know, this inter-community bullshit of like, this YouTuber said this, and this one's like that, and this one, I just don't do it, right? Because I'm going to be honest with you, sometimes it's funny to watch as I'm shaking my head, but the most of the time, I just think I'm going to use the R word, it's retarded. And another R word, ridiculous. Like, I just think it blows me away that a group of adults will fight every fucking day. The same people back and forth about the same fucking things with other adults they don't even know. Really. On the internet. I get having little disagreements and back and forth about certain things. And look, even though I make those certain rules, right, I'll let certain things go by, right? I see it, someone will, you know, it happens, they'll post a meme or an article or a news thing that's more political in nature, taking a jab at libtards, or on the other side post something about Trump. I'm not going to, you know, obsess over every single thing, right? And it's just like if people don't get along and they just don't like each other, and they start like barbing each other or something, I'm going to let it go, because you guys are all adults. And I've seen one guy provokes it and the other one just gives as good as they get, and they participate in it too. And as far as I'm concerned, if you're going to feed it, then you're part of the problem too, right? So for the most part, I don't pick sides. I don't have a beef with anybody. I get along with everybody, and I want everybody, I think they have something to contribute, and I want them to feel like they can come in there, right? But the level lately of cannibal trolling, and listen, it's just not my opinion. There's hundreds of members in there, and again, I put my secular opinion name or whatever on this and invite people to it. And people are just there, and it's not the people even involved in the conflict. It's people like just the members, even from the old days, not just the new people. They're just saying, "What the fuck is this shit?" Like, we're just tired of it. We don't want to come in every day and see this fucking shit. It's just boring. It's not funny. I mean, I let a meme or something go here and there. And again, I don't pick sides in the conflict. Either side of a conflict can come and talk to me if they feel they have a legitimate thing, you know, going on or against somebody. And to be honest, a lot of times people don't. Contrary to what some people think, certain individuals aren't running to me all the time complaining. They actually take a lot of the shit. But it's to the point that other people just don't want to participate. You know, and again, I don't want to have to be, I like everybody that's involved in all this stuff. I don't have beef with anybody, right? But at the end of the day, I have to make a decision because people are just uncomfortable. And I'm going to have to start removing people. I don't want to do that. And if you're feeling attacked right now by this... There we go.
Polly's Customs has just donated $2 through Super Chat. Let me get the first beer tonight.
Oh, thank you. I do appreciate that, Polly. But in the end, you know, I don't want to have to like do this shit. So, and I don't listen. I'm not under some pretense or some, you know, delusion that I snap my fingers and tomorrow everyone's going to get along. There's going to be jabs. There's going to be things said. That's cool. And listen, outside of the server, you guys want to tear each other's throat out? Fuck, it's fair game. I don't give a fuck. Right? I'm not picking favorites. I'm not picking sides in any of it. You guys do your thing. Right? But that brings me to my last point. Over the years on the internet, one of the most common things is to call someone a pedophile. To the point that it's just like desensitized. Anytime.
Wilson Tackleberry donated $5 through Super Chat. Secular refuses to acknowledge that a hot dog is a sandwich. #Rue.
Well, that's another debate. I mean, is it a sandwich? Well, it's kind of a sandwich. My thing is more as a hot dog versus bologna. I think bologna is just a flat hot dog. Or is a hot dog a rolled up bologna? I don't know what that is. But anyways, just guys, let me get through because I don't want to talk about this anymore. Right? I just think the whole thing is ridiculous. But the whole pedophile thing, this is my advice. If you have what you believe to be ironclad evidence that someone in the community or otherwise is actually that way, go to the fucking police. Go to law enforcement. And I'm serious about that. If there's someone that you believe is like that, they should not be on the internet. I'm going to give you another little history lesson. And I know there's people here that can attest to this shit. Back in the day with the first Kelly incident with Von Helton, I was given access to some of this stuff that was going on in the chat logs and all that. Now, what was the first thing that I did? Did I run out and make a YouTube video about it? No. Did I run to the Stickam or whatever social platform that I was on and say, I got this shit against Von Helton? Nope. You know what I did? I turned it over to Crime Stoppers. Now, this is the one and only time that I contacted any kind of authority body on Von Helton. Whether it's right or wrong, I'm just telling it as it is. That's the only time I personally ever did it. Because I felt it warranted. Now, unfortunately, in that instance... I'm
just a nice little man. I'm a communist.
Wilson Tackleberry has just tipped $2 through Super Chat. Everyone stop Super Chatting. Le sec finish.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Wilson. I do appreciate it, but really, I just want to get to the end of this because I'm a fucking guy. But, where was I? Yeah, I gave it to Crime Stoppers, right? But unfortunately, because this wasn't something that was sanctioned by law enforcement, it wasn't actionable. So at that time, it was decided, and other people contacted as well, whatever. And it was decided at that time that it would be put in the people's court. Okay? So I encourage you, if you have evidence, contact law enforcement. But I get a little suspect when the first thing that is done with it is to run to Discord and post it as a fucking attack against the person. It's not like he even came to me and was like, hey, I'm just letting you know you have someone in your community who might be like this. Here's the evidence. No, that was just circumvented. So listen, I'm not saying yes or no or whatever, right, to that, to what's going on with that. I'm just saying you got evidence, go to the fucking police. Because that person shouldn't be on the internet if it's true. Right? And I'll end with this. Like I said, I put the Secular Opinion name on it. I invite people through my channel. And at the end of the day, it's my server. And if you don't like the rules, or you feel attacked by this little speech, and you want to run to another server, you can make a spite server. Right? And you want to accuse me of getting paid off, or whatever the fucking, the usual fucking butthurt. I don't care. I'm not going to respond to it. Right? You do whatever. You can make YouTube videos. Trust me, it's been done. And if you guys think that you're hard and this is new and you're going to threaten to ruin people's lives and you're going to dox people and drop their names and harass them, you think you're hard? Listen, I have seen the belly of the internet. And again, there's OGs here that can attest to this. I have seen people do absolutely disgusting things to each other in the past in these communities. Horrible things. That I don't even think the people that are doing this, because I don't think they're those type of people. That's why I think it's so ridiculous. I don't get the impression that these are anybody involved in this are awful people. I just think they're people that don't like each other. And that's okay. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to listen to complaints from anybody. I'm just going to make a decision and start removing people. Because it's not a democracy, right? It's not sovereign U.S. soil. There's not a charter of rights. And I think I'm pretty damn fair to everybody. So again, don't take it personal. If you got shit, you got drama, keep it over there. If you got something lousy that's at least funny, that's different. That's all I'm saying. So anyways, let's get over that. Let's have some fun, and let's tear into Von Helton shit. And, we'll deal with the other shit as it comes. But, folks, I don't want anybody out there to feel that they're not welcome to come over and participate in the Lulz milk. So, I don't know. I just think it's so fucking stupid. To be honest, Jesus Christ, people. Anyways,